Scott, probably a big storyline of this game is probably going to be you and Harbaugh, since you guys are back at your alma maters and at it for a while. I know one time Harbaugh was asked about what it was like to coach at his alma mater, and he said it's intense. Now that you've been living it for going on 4 years, I guess, how do you find it?
Probably the same. You want to win everywhere. You probably take it a little more personal, one way or the other at home. Things get a little more personal. There's nowhere where I would probably despise losing more than here. It's harder to handle here, but it's also, I don't know if I'd ever enjoy wins as much somewhere else as I do here.
Scott, when you went back and watched Saturday, I mean, what did you make of the three guys playing in new spots on the line and how they handled that?
I thought it was an improvement. The big thing is we came off the ball better. Our pad level was better. When we can generate run, a lot of other things are going to work. Thought Teddy and Nuri both did a really good job, particularly with that, getting some movement on 3 techniques and 1 techniques and getting runs started. Thought the right side did too, but the left side played really well. Other guys came in and played well. So, I think that the guys have gotten the message, and we need to keep doing that. We got to move people, and runs are hard to generate if you don't get any movement up front.
Is that as well as you guys have blocked on the perimeter too, in terms of?
No, I'm still not completely satisfied with that. We could have had a couple other plays that were a little bigger if we'd have done a little better with that. And you got to be tough everywhere, including outside. That's the mark of a good team.
When Nuri first got here, I think he'd been playing football like 2 years total. But could you see early on that there was something there you could mold?
He has potential. He still has potential. Played pretty well in 1 game, so we got to keep him going and get the rest of the guys to keep improving too. And that's just a starting point.
Yeah, what stands out about that 2018 game against Michigan? And what did you learn about your program at that time, and how much have you guys closed the gap physically?
I guess we'll find out. I thought they had a phenomenal team. I thought they were going to win the league after we went up there. They kicked our butt. We were outmanned, probably nearly every position. We didn't have much of a chance in that one. And they got another good team, I think, very similar to that one. And we get an opportunity to test ourselves against a really good team.
What have you seen from their defense, particularly their 2 defensive ends? Hutchinson looks to be one of the better defensive players in the conference right now.
Yeah, those guys cause havoc. They're hard to block. You go try to block them outside and they'll beat you inside. They're tough to protect against. I think their middle linebacker is really good too. They're good across the board, but those edge guys are the guys that really create problems and plays for them, and we definitely got to have a plan for them.
A couple had mentioned on Saturday that it was helpful to the defense to have Chenander up in the box. How did you guys come to that decision to put him up there?
Oh, he's been up there. I don't know.
They spoke about it as if it was
when I was a coordinator.
novel.
No, when I was a coordinator, I needed to be up there to see everything. So there's some coordinators down on the field, but I think it just helps you to get the big picture view.
I know you've said for a while that a number of these players were close, and then on Saturday, when it came to the wide receivers, you did have your full group back. What does having a full group, including Oliver Martin, just do for the offense when they are able to be out on the field?
Yeah, I did feel like we had kind of finally the full group of guys that we need, and we got some good players at every position, so it helps you to have everybody up and available. I thought all those guys played well, and you need weapons in this league, and weapons help us create some big plays, and it's good to have everybody healthy again.
Somebody's well schooled in running the option. How well are you guys running it this year so far?
We're still only about a 6 out of 10, I would say. I think it can be better. We put 1 on the ground, a couple of the blocks here and there. You need to be able to do multiple schemes to run it well, and we've got them. We got to make sure we can run them all well.
Defenses look kind of unprepared. The officials a couple times seem to be there too. Are they not used to seeing pitches out in the open field and thus think that those are forward pitches?
Yeah, I said to one of them, I've never seen a pitch that's even close called for a forward pitch. So hopefully we don't get that call again. But it's hard. I think you got to spend a lot of time on it to do it well, and we've invested some time. I think we've done that because it matches our personnel and who we can be. But it just adds another element, and hopefully defense are having to work on the run game, the pass game, and the option game, and help us a little bit. But they're smart people in this league, and we'll have to keep improving and tweaking.
How would you evaluate the way Adrian hides and handles the ball on those plays?
He's come a long way. When we first started doing it, it didn't look good at all. He's really gotten comfortable with it. I like it for the fact that it gives us an opportunity to get the ball in his hands without just calling run plays for him. He can avoid hits that way. One of the best things about Saturday, I think he only got tackled a couple times, and keeping him on his feet is a big part of our success going forward.
Scott, you guys are always very good about moving forward after poor performances are not up to standard. How do the guys react to coming off a big win and a high?
Good. I think they see the formula now. They've prepared really well for several weeks in a row. Had one go our way Saturday in a big way. No reason to change anything now.
How much time in the program did it take for Teddy to make you believe that he would be able to handle an assignment like he did Saturday?
I don't know if we were positive before Saturday. The week of practice helped us be positive, but it was time to give him a chance. You don't decide on Monday you're going to run a marathon and run it on Saturday. There's some training that has to be involved. Sam, you know that. You're a marathon runner. Half. Good for you. He's just steadily improved, and we saw a lot of talent early on, like we see with a lot of guys. It's really come pretty fast with him, and I thought he had a good. Again, it's just a start, but I thought he had a good first attempt at it.
Were there characteristics with him even before he got into your program? I know as a 21 signee, you couldn't spend as much time around those guys as really anybody before. But did you know something about him that made you think he was special?
We knew he had the size. He moves better than I anticipated him. He can bend and move and run. You also got to be ready to be kind of mean early on, and that's tough for 18, 19-year-olds to do, particularly in this league. There's grown men in this league. So he's come along probably faster than we thought, but he still has a lot of room to grow, and that was just one game.
What do you think Turner did at the right side first game out?
He did well. A lot of our runs creased behind the left side, and that wasn't intentional. That's just kind of the hash we were on and things that happened. Thought Sickerman played well again. Cam played well again. Turner's got to get used to that over there, but he's got a ton of talent too. So I thought it was a step in the right direction with our line up front, and they're going to have a big challenge this week. These guys are tough to block and tough to move.
I know Yank got a lot of the talk after the game Saturday, but Ramirez had 3 big weeks for you in a row. Just what have you seen out of him, and is he starting to reach that level you wanted running back as far as having the whole package?
Well, the one thing I say about Ramirez, he took the competition seriously. He kept improving. He's running hard. He's running hard between the tackles. He's got speed. He's still got room to grow, and we'll keep letting those guys compete. And obviously, Jock's in that competition now. So sooner or later, one will step forward and be the lead guy. Right now, it's been Ramirez, but we'll keep putting the guy out there that gives us the best chance.
Back to the 2018 game, Zach DeVold only had about 8 months with the team. The time you guys played that game, now it's 3 years and 8 months. Just from a defensive point of view, nobody really pushes you guys around anymore. I mean, your defensive linemen say as much. What kind of work has DeVold done specifically to maybe get this team to the point where, at least, especially on defense, they just don't get moved easily?
I think that's a physical thing and a mental thing. It's a recruiting thing and a weight room thing. We needed to be bigger. We needed to be stronger. We needed to be faster. We got outmanned pretty bad a few times that first year. we've got some bigger guys with upside athletic ability in here. Zach's gotten them bigger, stronger, Zach and Andrew. The mentality had to change. They needed to be tough and nasty, and we're getting closer to that. So all that should mean you can do better up front in the trenches.
Other questions, guys?
What do you want to see from the stadium, the atmosphere? Obviously, another big game, night game. What kind of advantage could that provide for you guys this weekend?
I thought Saturday was, other than the Akron game that we had one play, it was probably the best atmosphere I'd seen. Appreciate the fans for that. I imagine this one could be as good or better. So we need noise. We need help. Hope the fans are excited as we are.
Did Dominic Raiola get a chance to talk to guys Saturday?
Talk to me. I've known Dom most of my life. He's one of the greats around here, and there was a lot of former players walking around, so it was good to see everybody. And Dom's one of the Husker greats, so anytime one of those guys come back, love seeing them.
Scott, do you make a big deal about the opportunity here in front of you, the top 10 team, but this time it's at a national stage?
We've been talking about it. Right now, kind of feel like we're down to 3 2-game seasons. We got 2 more games here before a bye week. Got to do the best we can, then we'll rest and recover, and we got 2. Then we get another bye week and rest and recover, and we finish with 2. Still got opportunity to do pretty special things this year, but we got some really good opponents starting with this one. So we got to go compete, and the guys don't have to be told the opportunity that's there for them.
Like playing 8 weeks in a row, or would you have liked to have a bye week somewhere a little bit earlier in there?
I think eight in a row can be a little bit of a grind, but it's not too much. We're in a good spot right now. We're really healthy. Just got to make sure the energy's up, but I don't think the energy will be a problem playing a game like this at home at night. So, again, we got 2 more weeks, and the guys can see the light at the end of the tunnel for a little bit of a break. So we need to pour everything into these 2 weeks.
Scott, when you talk about pad level, that sounds like an easy concept. Why has it been such a challenge?
I don't know if it's a challenge. Just needs to keep improving. We're still young on the O-line. Some of those things get learned. We talk about strength and conditioning on the D-line. Our guys up front are big and strong and can move. It takes a while to perfect technique as a receiver, as a quarterback. It takes a while to get used to playing as an offensive lineman too. But we always talk about desire to excel and no fear of failure, and it's real easy to get up a little bit higher, make sure you don't completely whiff on somebody, make sure you know who you're blocking, be a little bit hesitant. If you do that, you're not moving guys in this league. So the more comfortable they get, the more familiar they get with what they're doing, the more they can just rip off the ball and try to get us some initial yards.
See you rocking the shirt. What do you think of the Osborne threads?
Yeah, this is awesome. I'm waiting for the Osborne action figures and gas pumps and everything to come out. Bobbleheads. I'm sure he's at home jotting up some drawings and sketches of the new product lines he'll put out. I'm sure he hates this, but half of the money goes to teammates, and my wife and I are proud to support teammates, and I know a lot of people around the state are. So I know he probably doesn't like it, but I'm glad people are able to help Coach Osborne and teammates through this stuff.